Have you ever noticed that when a man is going to prison, anyone who doesn't like that man, doesn't matter what he's going to prison for, if someone doesn't like someone and that person is going to prison, everyone starts making these jokes like, oh, don't pick up the soap in the shower. Oh, you're going to have a good time in prison, aren't you? Yeah. You know, getting raped. There's all these jokes about how you're going to get raped in prison. It's like this sort of cliche. It's like a given. Everyone knows you get raped in prison. And it's like if the dude is going to prison for rape, like he's a rapist or he's a paedophile or something, then yeah, obviously I get it. It's like, oh, you like to rape, do you? Well, guess what's going to happen to you now in prison? Yeah, you're going to be the one getting raped now. Ha ha ha. It's like karma. Oh, you thought it was clever to rape people, and now you're going to prison, and now you're going to be getting raped, and everyone in the prison knows that you're a rapist, so they're going to rape you. Gutted. But I've noticed they don't have to be going to prison for rape. Like, it's just if you don't like the person who's going to prison, gutted, you're going to get raped. Like, the prison sentence isn't enough. Like, they're already going to prison. That's their punishment. But you want them to be raped as well. And it's not like rapists are going to come passing through the prison. No, you're in prison, stuck with all these other people. So if someone does get raped in prison, they're likely to get raped over and over and over and over and over again by the same person or same people. So it's not enough that they're going to prison. We want them to get raped every day. Like, how sadistic are you? Or, like, sometimes I will wish harm on someone. I'll be like, yeah, I hope this fucking happens to you. But when I wish that upon someone, it's usually because it's someone that I know is never going to prison. I know that my whole problem with them is that they always get away with it. Some people have done a lot of harm to people and nothing's going to happen to them. If someone's untouchable and they can just get away with all of this shit, it makes you kind of wish harm on them because you know they're never going to get their comeuppance. It makes you wish they would. So I understand that. But when someone's going to prison, they've already got their comeuppance. They're going to prison. And you're like, yeah. And enjoy the rape while you're in there. And also, why are we just like why are we all just normalising this? Oh yeah, well of course you get raped in prison. That's what happens. What? What, like no one can do anything about it? And this gets me thinking, like, wait a minute. Why is it just assumed, why is it just normal that crime happens in prison? Shouldn't there be absolutely zero crimes happening in prison? Everyone who's in prison has been caught doing a crime. And now they're in prison for doing the crime. So when they were out of prison, they were doing stuff for as long as they could until they got caught. They were avoiding the law. You know, when they were outside, who were they avoiding? Police officers, bystanders who are law-abiding citizens who might tell on them. You know, once they're in prison, they've already been caught or told on. So what do? We just throw them all in there and they're allowed to just commit crimes all over the place while they're in there. Why is there any murders or fights or rapes in prison? Isn't the whole place absolutely surveilled from every angle? Every room's got a camera in it and you've got security guards. It's not like when you walk into a shop and there's cameras on you. There's not someone sitting there watching the camera all the time. It's just, if something happens, they go back and watch it. I'm pretty sure in prison they actually have someone sitting there watching all the cameras all the time. Like real surveillance. So what the fuck are these prison guards for? Like every time anything happens in prison, a murder or a rape, shouldn't the security guards be investigated straight away? Because straight away they are immediately guilty of negligence and should lose their job. At best. And at worst, they are complicit. They are part of it. They are allowing it to happen. If you've got a highly surveilled fucking prison, it's a prison! Where no one can get out, no one can move or do anything without your say-so, but somehow a guy managed to go to another guy's cell and rape him on your watch. Or when a guy kills a guy, on the prison yard because he made a fucking makeshift knife and all of this. It's like, well, how did he make the knife without anyone knowing? Where did he get the shit? And then how did you allow it to happen on the yard? It's ridiculous. Like, the reason that crimes happen out in the streets is because you can't have everyone under total surveillance all the time. We need freedom, right? When you're in prison, your freedom has been taken away. You've lost your right to your freedom because you've already done crimes. And you are being surveilled on your every move. So how are any crimes? How is there any drug dealing? How is there any rapes? How is there anything happening in prison? Prison guards must be either so shit at their job that they shouldn't have the job, or they're in on it and they're letting it happen. And if you were to find out that they are letting it happen, and you go, well, who cares? It's just a bunch of criminals. These are the dregs of society. These are the worst people ever. Let them screw each other over. Let them kill each other. Let them do drugs and fuck themselves up. Who cares? And then it's like, well, wait a minute. I thought prison was supposed to be rehabilitation. I didn't think it was meant to be you're just thrown in a dungeon to rot. I thought it was meant to be... I thought the reason why the worse the crime, the longer the sentence, is because you have different levels of punishment. You know, if you do a crime that was like kind of bad, it's treated like a mistake that you aren't getting away with, but we recognise that anyone could make this mistake. You'll go to prison for a bit, but you'll get out. You know, you'll be out next year or in a couple of years. But we have to keep you in there for a bit to teach you a lesson. We can't just let you get away with it, but it's redeemable. You can come back out and you made a mistake and you went to prison for it. It's all good. You did your time and now you're back to normal. If you do a really bad crime, well, you've got to go to prison for fucking ages because we can't just give you a little bit of punishment. It's got to be more. I thought that was the point of that. I thought the idea is you're put in a fucking prison, have your freedom taken away for a long time, and then when you get your freedom back, it's like you earned it back. But no, apparently we're just throwing people in there knowing they're all going to rape each other, and we just laugh about it. This is something that we never all agreed on, we never all decided. It's just sort of... It just occurred to me once. I was like, wait a minute, we all just sort of allow it. We all just go, oh yeah, well, of course you get raped in prison. And this is the thing that I'm focusing on, is the rape. Right? Because... there's other things, like sneaky things, hard to detect. Do you know why? Because they're sneaky. That's why. So yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. If they want drugs, they're going to somehow do it. Even if a guy wants to kill a guy, he can somehow sneakily, slowly make a little knife, sharpening it every day, hides it somewhere. And also, murder can happen in an instant, You turn your back for 1 second and the guy's already stabbed him in the neck and that's it. He's dead. It can happen just like that. It's like quick. But the reason why I'm focusing on the rape thing is not just because everyone makes jokes about it and I think it's weird that we all just joke about that. Rape is not something you can sneakily just quickly do. A dude is going to fuck another dude in the bumhole. Right? This is not really sneaky. This is not something you can just sort of... It's not quick. It's not like, bam, fucked him in the bumhole. Oh shit, I turn my back for 1 second. Bam, fucked him in the bumhole. Fucked him in the bumhole. You're just fucking people in the bumhole really, really quickly. Like in a second. If you're that quick, then maybe you could get away with it. But even then, you should know it happened afterwards, Surely the dude getting fucked in the bumhole, even for 1 second, would go like, whoa! Oh, I just got fucked in the bumhole. And surely a prison guard would go, what was that? Hey, what's going on? Then you watch the camera and go, oh, that guy just ran into his cell and fucked him in the bumhole really quick. It doesn't make any sense. It's like... Also, the other thing is, let's say it was me. Let's say I was in prison. One guy would not be able... I don't care how big and strong he is. One dude would not be able to rape me. All right? I would fucking kill him. All right? So, it's going to take multiple guys to hold me down while one guy fucks me, right? So this is like a full-on ordeal. Like, there's a lot going on here. This is a lot of shit going on that the guards are just not noticing. And even if I was, if I really couldn't move because I'm getting pinned down by a bunch of dudes, so I'm outnumbered, I can't move, I'm not going to be being quiet, am I? I'm going to be you can't stop me from making loads of noise. Even if you're holding something over my mouth, surely in the middle of the night, a guard is going to notice me going, what the fuck? Surely someone's going to notice that. So you're not telling me that someone just sneakily raped someone in the middle of the night and the guards didn't know about it. It's like impossible. And can you even imagine getting framed and you didn't do the crime? So imagine you didn't do the crime and you're sitting in the courtroom and you're actually expecting to get off because you know you didn't do it. And the whole court case turns into this whole manipulative fucking show, and you're like, what's going on? And then they read you your rights and go, yeah, you're going to prison for 25 years, and you're like, you can't believe it. And then, you're already just absolute plummeting into doom. You can't believe you're going down for 25 years. And then you remember on your way to your cell, oh yeah, I'm going to get raped as well. Because that's normal. Didn't you know you get raped when you go to prison? Psh, yeah. Duh. There's a bunch of dudes in there, and there's no women, and they're just going to fuck you. Yeah, because that's what happens in prison. Yeah. Or is it not really true, and rape pretty much never happens in prison, and it's just like this stereotype that we all just play along with? It's like a joke. Because if it is true, and it's just normal to get raped in prison, like if I went to prison, I would end up being a rapist myself. Because I wouldn't let people get away with just raping me. Like, if I really was getting pinned down by a bunch of guys, obviously I wouldn't be able to do anything about it at the time. But I'd still be there the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that. The whole point is you're there every day, it's prison, right? So I would know who raped me, wouldn't I? And I wouldn't just let him get away with it. The day would come where I'd get him, and I'd fucking rape him. So maybe that's what happens. Maybe you go in there and, you get fucked a couple of times and then you end up turning into a rapist. Maybe the people you rape end up getting out of prison or someone kills them or something, they disappear. But new people are coming to prison all the time, aren't they? There's always like the fresh fish. There's always these new people coming in. And maybe one day you end up just getting used to raping people and you just start raping them as well. I don't know. Maybe you change when you're in there. And there's all this talk about gay for the stay. I don't believe in that. That's ridiculous. If you've never heard gay for the stay before, it's basically dudes that are so horny and there's no women in prison. So they're like, look, I'm just going to fuck dudes. Like they literally have like a gay relationship. Let's fuck each other in prison because we can't fuck women. But I don't believe in that. I think you're just gay. You're using the prison thing as an excuse. It doesn't matter how horny I am. If all women died tomorrow and there was no women left, I wouldn't just start fucking dudes. I would only ever fuck a dude as a assault, as a punishment. He raped me, so I'm gonna rape him. If I could get away with it, I'd snap his fucking arm off and I'd shove his arm up his arse. Like, imagine I've snapped a dude's arm off and then I shove his arm wrist first up his arsehole all the way down so that his hand is just sticking out of his arse, and then I high-five his hand out of his arsehole. See if he thinks that's funny. I'll be like, yeah, high five! And he's just got this flapping dead hand hanging out of his shithole. See if he still thinks it was a good idea to fucking rape me. Yeah, and then I'd probably kill him as well. After I'm done raping him, I'd fucking kill him. Because that's what you get for raping me, you see. And also, I'm in a prison where I know that you just get away with raping me, and you're going to do it again, because the guards don't care, apparently, and there's not cameras everywhere, apparently. Like, apparently you can just rape me. So I'm not looking forward to the next time you rape me. I'm plotting my revenge. Do you see what I'm saying? I shove your arm in the prison bars and snap it off, bend it the wrong way. Skin is nothing, I can tear that. And then your wrist is going up your shithole, right up to your guts. And then I'll high-five your hand out of your bum hole. Yeah, and then you'll be face down, like screaming in pain, and yeah, maybe the guards. I bet you anything, if I tried to rape them back, suddenly the guards will show up. Suddenly it's like, oh, there's something going on. Yeah, oh, suddenly you hear this. Okay, great. Now that it's my turn. And that would be my luck as well. It would be just my luck. Where, you know, the guys already raped me. 5 of them pin me down and do rape me. And then I'm going to get them one by one, by the way. The 5 dudes that pinned me down, including the one that fucked me, maybe they all took it in turns. I don't know. It doesn't matter. If any of them were complicit, they're all going to get it one day. But, you know, I finally get this guy alone. And finally get to have my way with him. And then what do you know? Suddenly the guards are really concerned about what's going on, and they're banging on the thing with the fucking truncheons like, oh, stop doing that, oh, we got to stop this. And I'll be like, you guys have been fucking sleeping on the job when it counts. Where were you when I was getting fucked? Just leave me alone. Just go back to sleep. Why don't you go and take a nap, and then tomorrow you can come up and clear up the blood. You fucking worthless, useless pieces of shit. Like, as if we're letting guards get away with this. Like, can you imagine it? Like, imagine if the guards are so useless that they let you get raped. And then you get your revenge, and then the guards come and stop you. And then I'm going to want to kill the fucking guards. If I go to prison, I am never getting out. Because I'll never let anyone get away with anything. I'll end up having to kill guards. I've got to kill everyone in the prison. I've got to rape everyone. I've got to snap their arms off and shove it up their ass. This is like, I'm going to end up in solitary confinement forever. But, you know, whenever you see prison rape in movies, this is the other thing. It's like, you know, there's American History X, where you literally see him get raped. And it is that. It's a bunch of guys pinning him down so he can't move. And guess what? He's on his way into the shower. The other guys that are going to rape him go in the shower, and the guard is there. There's a guard there, and he looks at him, and then he like shuts the door, like knowingly. He knows what's going to happen. The guard lets it happen. But the guard is like Mexican or something, and the dude's a Nazi with Nazi tattoos, so maybe he's like, yeah, fuck that Nazi. He has a personal reason that he hates the guy, so maybe he's like, yeah, fuck him, he can get raped. But in the film Scum, which isn't a prison, it's a borstal, but same thing. There's a bit where they all take turns raping that small kid, and he's only getting raped because he's the small kid and he can't fight back. And the bloke, I don't know what he is, he's not a guard, he's like the headmaster of the borstal or whatever. He sees it and then just like pretends he doesn't see it and like lets it happen. Or maybe that's because he's a fucking pervert and he's sort of getting off on it, I don't know. But, yeah, I'm just saying, in movie depictions of it, there's always someone that should be able to stop it, but doesn't on purpose. And then you could say, oh, well, men are too proud to admit they've been raped, so they never report it. They never go up to the guards and go, oh, this happened, because they don't want to say anything. And that's kind of what happens in Scum, is the little kid that keeps getting raped, he ends up killing himself because he can't live with it. But in American History X, there's a bit where, I don't know if it's supposed to be funny, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be funny. I'm pretty sure it is. There's the bit after he's already been raped and he's in like a hospital bed. And his old black teacher comes to talk to him. He's got a black teacher that he's still friends with, even though he's a Nazi and all this. And he's laying face down on the bed. And he goes, I took 6 stitches. But the thing is, he's got stitches on his head because they smash his head against the wall. But you don't know if he means I've got stitches in my arsehole, because they don't show you his arsehole. You can see stitches on his head. And he goes, I've got 6 stitches. And you don't know if he means he's got stitches in his arsehole because they literally tore his arsehole open. And then they have this conversation about what's going on and how he needs to change his ways and this isn't the path and blah, blah, blah. And then he ends his little monologue with, some things just don't fit. And I'm like, surely that's a joke. Surely the person who wrote that. Some things just don't fit. Just after you're talking about 6 stitches that might be in your arsehole. You're laying there face down because your arsehole hurts so much. He's talking about how some things just don't fit. Surely that line is supposed to be funny. But the point is, whether he got stitches in his arse or not, he's laying face down on a hospital bed because his arsehole hurts because he just got raped. So obviously the people in the hospital know that he got raped. It's not a mystery. But yeah, I guess it's just normal. You're in prison, mate. Of course you're in a hospital bed with a broken arsehole. You know, you'll be back on your feet soon and you'll be ready to get raped again, back in prison.